Why we sleep. Introduction. Every night, millions of people close their eyes and drift into unconsciousness, unaware that this simple act may determine how long they live, how clearly they think, and how well they feel. Sleep is not just rest. It is the foundation of physical health, mental clarity, and emotional stability. Despite its profound impact, modern society treats sleep as an inconvenience, something to be sacrificed in the name of productivity, entertainment, or obligation. This silent epidemic of sleep deprivation is unraveling our health and eroding our potential. Yet few recognize the true cost until it is too late. Science has uncovered startling truths about what happens when we don't get enough sleep. A single week of reduced sleep can put the body into a pre-diabetic state, impair cognitive function as much as alcohol, and weaken the immune system to the point of doubling the risk of cancer. The damage doesn't stop there. Chronic sleep loss is now a recognized factor in Alzheimer's disease, heart attacks, obesity, and even premature death. The old saying, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," is a cruel irony, because the less we sleep, the sooner we die. But the story of sleep is not one of doom. It is a revelation of hope, a tool for transformation. Sleep strengthens memory, fuels creativity, stabilizes emotions, and restores every system in the body. Understanding and prioritizing sleep is not just about avoiding disease. It is about unlocking the best version of ourselves. We bring you the key insights from Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker, revealing the science behind this essential function and how you can reclaim its benefits. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like, and share your thoughts in the comments. We post new book summaries every week. Stay with us and rediscover the power of sleep. Part 2. Why should you sleep? Every night, without even thinking about it, we surrender to sleep. It happens automatically, a fundamental part of life that has shaped human existence for millennia. Yet, despite its familiarity, science has only recently begun to unravel the astonishing complexity of what happens when we close our eyes. Sleep is not simply a pause in wakefulness. It is a vital process that recalibrates the brain, heals the body, and ensures that we function at our best. It is the foundation of everything we do, from remembering names to fighting off disease. One of the most fascinating discoveries in modern neuroscience is that sleep is deeply connected to learning and memory. Every experience, every conversation, every skill we attempt to master is encoded in the brain. But without sleep, these memories remain fragile and easily forgotten. During deep sleep, the brain takes the raw information gathered throughout the day and strengthens it, solidifying knowledge and linking it to previous experiences. It is during sleep that we truly learn, as the brain organizes and categorizes memories, making connections that would be impossible while awake. Beyond memory, sleep is the guardian of our emotional stability. It resets the circuits in the brain that regulate mood, preventing the accumulation of stress and anxiety. When sleep is disrupted, the amygdala, the brain's emotional control center, becomes hyperactive, making us more reactive, impulsive, and prone to negative thoughts. Sleep deprivation has been linked to higher rates of depression, anxiety, and even suicidal ideation. Without adequate sleep, we are less patient, more irritable, and far more likely to see the world through a distorted lens. The effects of sleep extend far beyond the mind. It is a critical component of physical health, influencing everything from immune function to heart disease. While we sleep, the body engages in a series of repair processes that maintain optimal health. Cells regenerate, the immune system strengthens its defenses, and the cardiovascular system undergoes maintenance that reduces the risk of hypertension and heart attacks. Chronic sleep deprivation is now recognized as one of the strongest predictors of heart disease, as it contributes to arterial blockages, high blood pressure, and irregular heart rhythms. The notion that sleep is expendable is one of the greatest health misconceptions of our time. Another consequence of sleep deprivation is its effect on metabolism and weight regulation. When sleep is restricted, the balance of hunger hormones shifts dramatically. Ghrelin, the hormone that signals hunger, increases while leptin, which signals fullness, decreases. As a result, Sleep-deprived individuals feel hungrier and are more likely to crave high-calorie foods. This imbalance leads to overeating, weight gain, and an increased risk of obesity and diabetes. The idea that sleep and diet are separate is a myth. Without sufficient rest, even the most disciplined eating habits can be undermined by the brain's altered chemical signals. Cognitive performance is another casualty of sleep loss. Reaction time slow, decision-making deteriorates, and concentration becomes erratic. Studies have shown that staying awake for just 20 hours produces cognitive impairments similar to being legally drunk. The ability to assess risks, interpret emotions, and make logical decisions is severely compromised when sleep is sacrificed. This has profound implications for fields where focus and precision are critical, from medicine to transportation. The tragedy of sleep deprivation is that its effects are insidious. People believe they are functioning normally, unaware of how much their abilities have been diminished. One of the most startling aspects of sleep science is the realization that no organ or system in the body is untouched by sleep. It influences longevity, disease resistance, creativity, and even social interactions. People who get consistent high-quality sleep tend to be healthier, more resilient, and more capable of navigating life's challenges. Those who neglect sleep are more likely to suffer from chronic illnesses, emotional instability, and cognitive decline. The paradox of modern life is that despite having more knowledge about sleep than ever before, people are sleeping less, believing they can outsmart biology. Despite this, the truth is clear. Sleep is not a passive state of inactivity, but an active and dynamic process that fuels every aspect of life. It is not something we can choose to do without, nor is it a sign of laziness or indulgence. It is an evolutionary necessity, as critical as food and water. The consequences of ignoring it are severe, affecting not just individuals but entire societies. Understanding the power of sleep is the first step in reclaiming its benefits. It is not just about feeling well-rested, but about unlocking the full potential of the mind and body. Science continues to reveal new insights about sleep, but one thing is already certain. The way we treat sleep today will determine the quality of our health, our relationships, and our future. Part 3. How and why we dream. Every night, the brain embarks on a journey that is as mysterious as it is essential. While the body lies motionless, the mind becomes an artist, a scientist, and a storyteller, weaving together memories, emotions, and abstract ideas into a dreamscape that often defies logic. For centuries, dreams have been shrouded in mysticism and speculation, seen as omens, divine messages, or random mental noise. Today, science reveals that dreaming is far from meaningless. It is an essential function that shapes our emotions, refines our thoughts, and even fuels our creativity. Dreaming occurs primarily during rapid eye movement, REM sleep, a phase that takes over the brain multiple times throughout the night. Unlike deep sleep, where the body engages in physical restoration, REM sleep is a playground for the mind. The brain becomes highly active, almost as much as during wakefulness, yet the body remains paralyzed, a safeguard against physically acting out dreams. This paradox, mental activity with physical stillness, suggests that dreaming serves a crucial evolutionary purpose. It is not just a byproduct of sleep. It is a distinct state with its own set of benefits. One of the most important roles of dreaming is emotional processing. Throughout the day, the brain is bombarded with experiences, some pleasant, others stressful or painful. REM sleep acts as a form of overnight therapy, allowing the mind to revisit and reframe emotionally charged memories in a safer, detached way. Studies have shown that after a full night of REM-rich sleep, people report feeling less reactive to distressing events from the previous day. The amygdala, the brain's fear center, becomes less hyperactive, while rational thought processes regain control. Dreaming provides a natural mechanism for healing from trauma, which is why sleep disturbances are so common in individuals suffering from PTSD. When REM sleep is disrupted, the emotional weight of painful experiences remains unprocessed, leading to heightened anxiety, depression, and emotional instability. Beyond its role in emotional regulation, dreaming also fuels creativity and problem-solving. Some of the greatest scientific discoveries and artistic breakthroughs have been inspired by dreams. The structure of DNA, the melody of famous symphonies, and even technological innovations have emerged from the dream state. Unlike wakefulness, where thoughts follow a structured linear pattern, dreaming allows the brain to form novel connections between unrelated ideas. It liberates the mind from rigid logic and fosters the kind of insight that is impossible in the waking world. Many writers, inventors, and musicians have credited their most brilliant ideas to dreams, demonstrating that REM sleep is not just a time for rest, but for deep subconscious exploration. The way the brain constructs dreams is equally fascinating. During REM sleep, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for logical reasoning, is largely deactivated. Meanwhile, areas associated with memory, emotion, and sensory processing become hyperactive. This imbalance explains why dreams often lack coherence, jumping between surreal scenarios and impossible events. The brain pulls fragments of recent and distant memories, blends them with emotions, and constructs a narrative that may seem nonsensical, yet serves a deeper function. Even nightmares, though distressing, play a role in preparing the brain to handle real-world threats, a form of mental rehearsal for survival. Dreaming also appears to enhance learning and memory. While non-REM sleep consolidates factual knowledge, REM sleep integrates information in a way that enhances understanding. It strengthens abstract thinking, helping the brain make sense of complex concepts and improve problem-solving skills. Experiments have shown that individuals who engage in REM sleep after learning a new skill perform better than those who remain awake or lack sufficient REM sleep. The brain is not simply reviewing memories. It is reconfiguring them, extracting meaning, and refining the ability to apply knowledge in novel situations. Despite these profound benefits, modern society continues to devalue sleep, leading to a widespread reduction in REM sleep duration. The consequences are not just personal but societal. A sleep-deprived workforce lacks creativity, emotional stability, and the ability to innovate. Students deprived of REM sleep struggle to retain information and develop critical thinking skills. The loss of dream time may be one of the most overlooked factors affecting mental health, productivity, and even human progress. Lucid dreaming, the rare state in which a person becomes aware that they are dreaming while still asleep, offers yet another glimpse into the power of REM sleep. In these moments, dreamers can influence their dream environment, interact with characters, or even solve real-world problems. Research on lucid dreaming has revealed that it may be a tool for overcoming fears, rehearsing difficult situations, and exploring the depths of consciousness in a way that no waking experience can replicate. While not everyone experiences lucid dreams, those who do often describe them as profoundly insightful, a direct interaction with the creative potential of the subconscious mind. The future of dream research continues to expand, raising questions about how we can harness the power of REM sleep for personal and collective benefit. As sleep science advances, it becomes increasingly clear that dreaming is not a passive side effect of rest, but an active, dynamic state that shapes who we are. Understanding and prioritizing REM sleep is not just about improving mood or memory. It is about unlocking the full creative and emotional capacity of the human mind. Part 4. From sleeping pills to society transformed. The modern world has created an unspoken expectation. Sleep is negotiable. Work schedules demand early mornings and late nights. Technology keeps the brain artificially stimulated long past sunset. Social pressures, economic responsibilities, and digital distractions make uninterrupted sleep seem like a luxury rather than a necessity. The consequences of this societal neglect are evident in the rising rates of sleep disorders, declining public health, and an increasing dependence on artificial solutions like sleeping pills. Yet, the science of sleep tells a different story, one that challenges deeply ingrained habits and calls for a fundamental shift in the way society values rest. The rise of sleeping pills has been one of the most concerning responses to the sleep crisis. marketed as a quick fix for insomnia and disrupted sleep patterns. These medications often mask deeper issues without addressing the root cause. They do not provide natural sleep, but rather a sedated, artificial state that lacks the benefits of real rest. The brain's ability to cycle through the natural stages of sleep is suppressed, meaning that memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and cellular repair are all compromised. Long-term use of sleeping pills has been linked to increased mortality rates, cognitive decline, and even a greater risk of certain diseases. The illusion of rest they provide comes at a significant cost. Beyond the individual impact, the consequences of widespread sleep deprivation ripple through entire industries and institutions. Schools force students to adhere to early morning schedules that are biologically misaligned with adolescent sleep patterns, resulting in chronic exhaustion and impaired learning. Businesses operate under the assumption that longer working hours equate to higher productivity, when in reality, sleep-deprived employees make more mistakes, take longer to complete tasks, and suffer from reduced creativity and problem-solving abilities. The medical field, often seen as the pinnacle of discipline and efficiency, ironically subjects doctors and nurses to extreme sleep deprivation, leading to an increased likelihood of medical errors and burnout. One of the most overlooked areas affected by sleep deprivation is public safety. Fatigue-related accidents claim thousands of lives each year, surpassing the dangers of alcohol and drug-related incidents. Drowsy driving impairs reaction time, attention, and decision-making, yet unlike intoxicated driving, it remains largely unregulated and culturally accepted. People often pride themselves on getting by with little sleep, unaware of the heightened risks they pose to themselves and others. Transportation industries, from long-haul trucking to aviation, have seen tragic consequences due to sleep deprivation, yet policies addressing the issue remain inadequate. In contrast, organizations that have recognized the importance of sleep are reaping the benefits of a well-rested workforce. Companies like Google and NASA have implemented sleep-friendly policies, allowing employees to take naps, adjust work schedules to align with natural circadian rhythms, and promote a culture that values rest as a critical component of performance. Schools that have shifted to later start times have witnessed improvements in student concentration, test scores, and emotional well-being. These changes highlight a simple yet profound truth. When sleep is prioritized, productivity, creativity, and overall well-being improve. Technology has been both a culprit and a potential solution to the sleep crisis. Blue light from screens disrupts melatonin production, tricking the brain into believing it is still daytime and delaying the natural onset of sleep. At the same time, advancements in sleep tracking and research are providing new insights into optimizing rest. Wearable devices monitor sleep cycles, helping individuals recognize patterns and make adjustments to their routines. Digital wellness initiatives encourage better nighttime habits by limiting screen exposure and promoting relaxation techniques. The challenge lies in balancing the benefits of technology with its unintended consequences. Cultural attitudes towards sleep need to shift at a fundamental level. Societies that equate long hours with success are fostering environments of chronic exhaustion, burnout, and declining health. The misconception that sleep is a sign of weakness or laziness continues to persist, despite overwhelming evidence that rest is essential for peak performance. Athletes and high-achieving professionals who prioritize sleep are proving that it is not a hindrance but an advantage. The notion that more work equals greater success is being challenged by the reality that better-rested individuals are more effective, innovative, and resilient. The future of sleep science holds promising possibilities. Research is uncovering new ways to enhance sleep quality naturally, from optimizing sleep environments to understanding the role of diet, light exposure, and physical activity in regulating rest. Personalized sleep medicine is emerging as a field that tailors interventions to individual needs, recognizing that no single approach works for everyone. As awareness grows, more people are beginning to see sleep not as an obstacle to productivity, but as the foundation upon which all aspects of life are built. Shifting societal norms around sleep will require both individual and collective action. Workplaces, schools, and policymakers must recognize the profound impact of sleep on health, learning, and safety. Individuals must reclaim their right to rest, resisting the pressures that encourage chronic sleep deprivation. As science continues to reveal the far-reaching effects of sleep, the hope is that society will evolve to respect and protect it. Prioritizing sleep is not just about extending lifespan, it is about enhancing the quality of every waking moment. Part 5. Sleep and the Emotional Mind. The connection between sleep and emotions runs deeper than most people realize. A well-rested mind is capable of balance, patience, and rational thinking, while a sleep-deprived one is more impulsive, reactive, and prone to negative emotions. Sleep is not just about resting the body. It plays a fundamental role in regulating how people process and respond to their experiences. The brain is designed to recover from emotional stress during sleep, yet modern life often deprives it of this essential function. The consequences are evident in rising levels of anxiety, depression, and emotional instability. During deep sleep, the brain engages in a sophisticated process of emotional recalibration. Memories from the day are reprocessed, with the most emotionally charged events receiving special attention. This function is particularly crucial during REM sleep, when the brain revisits stressful or traumatic experiences, but does so in the absence of the stress-related neurochemicals that normally accompany them. This allows a person to view past events from a more neutral perspective, reducing their emotional intensity over time. It is a form of natural therapy, one that the body provides every night when given the opportunity. Sleep loss disrupts this process, leaving the emotional brain in a heightened state of sensitivity. Without the nightly reset that sleep provides, the amygdala, the brain's fear and threat detection center, becomes overly reactive. Studies have shown that sleep-deprived individuals experience stronger emotional responses to negative stimuli, struggle to regulate frustration, and are more likely to perceive everyday situations as stressful. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thought and impulse control, loses its ability to moderate emotions, making people more irritable, impatient, and prone to outbursts. The impact of sleep on emotions extends beyond momentary mood shifts. Long-term sleep deprivation has been strongly linked to clinical depression and anxiety disorders. Individuals with chronic insomnia are significantly more likely to develop mood disorders, and those who already struggle with mental health issues often find their symptoms worsened by a lack of sleep. This bidirectional relationship creates a cycle in which poor sleep fuels emotional distress, which in turn makes it harder to achieve restful sleep. Treating sleep disturbances has been shown to improve symptoms of depression and anxiety, reinforcing the idea that emotional well-being is deeply intertwined with the quality of rest a person receives. The effects of sleep on relationships are equally profound. Well-rested individuals are more likely to be empathetic, patient, and emotionally available. They communicate more effectively, handle conflicts with greater ease, and are less prone to misinterpreting the emotions of others. Sleep deprivation, on the other hand, has been linked to increased relationship tension, miscommunication, and reduced emotional intelligence. Even minor sleep deficits can make people more self-focused, less compassionate, and more likely to misread the intentions of those around them. In the workplace, sleep plays a crucial role in teamwork, leadership, and decision-making. Leaders who consistently get sufficient sleep are more charismatic, emotionally stable, and able to inspire confidence in others. Employees who are well-rested perform better in collaborative environments, handle stress more effectively, and are less likely to experience workplace burnout. Organizations that encourage healthy sleep habits among their workforce benefit from reduced absenteeism, higher job satisfaction, and improved overall productivity. The role of sleep in emotional health is not limited to adulthood. Children and teenagers who do not get enough sleep struggle with mood regulation, impulse control, and academic performance. Sleep-deprived adolescents are at a significantly higher risk of developing anxiety disorders, depression, and even suicidal thoughts. The educational system often fails to account for the sleep needs of young minds, enforcing early school start times that disrupt natural sleep cycles and contribute to long-term emotional distress. Despite the overwhelming evidence linking sleep to emotional stability, modern culture continues to undervalue rest. Many people treat sleep as expendable, sacrificing it for work, entertainment, or social obligations, unaware of the toll it takes on their mental health. The misconception that pushing through exhaustion is a sign of strength has led to a society where chronic stress, emotional burnout, and mental health struggles are increasingly common. Prioritizing sleep is one of the most effective ways to safeguard emotional well-being. Creating consistent sleep routines, limiting exposure to artificial light before bed, and making time for relaxation can significantly improve mood and mental resilience. The brain is designed to heal itself every night, but it can only do so if given the chance. Understanding the profound connection between sleep and emotions is the first step in reclaiming balance, stability, and a greater sense of well-being. Part 6. How to improve your sleep, practical strategies. A good night's sleep is not a luxury. It is a fundamental pillar of health, as essential as proper nutrition and regular exercise. Yet, modern lifestyles have systematically eroded the quality of sleep, leaving millions of people in a state of chronic exhaustion without fully realizing the consequences. Restful sleep does not happen by chance. It is a result of a series of deliberate choices that align with the body's natural rhythms. Understanding how to improve sleep requires recognizing the factors that interfere with it and taking action to restore the conditions the brain needs to rest, recover, and function at its best. One of the most important factors influencing sleep quality is consistency. The body operates on a natural cycle governed by the circadian rhythm, an internal clock that dictates when to wake up and when to feel tired. Disrupting this rhythm by going to bed at different times each night or forcing wakefulness beyond what the body can handle confuses this internal system. People who maintain a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends, experience deeper and more restorative sleep because their brains learn to anticipate rest at the same time each night. Small inconsistencies can have surprisingly large effects, making it more difficult to fall asleep and reducing the overall quality of rest. The environment in which sleep takes place also plays a crucial role. The human brain evolved in conditions that were dark, cool, and free from artificial stimulation during the night. Yet modern bedrooms are often filled with glowing screens, bright alarm clocks, and distracting noises that interfere with sleep. Exposure to artificial light, particularly blue light from phones, tablets, and computers, suppresses melatonin, the hormone that signals the body to prepare for sleep. Creating a sleep-friendly environment by minimizing light, lowering room temperature, and reducing noise helps signal to the brain that it is time to rest. Even small adjustments, such as using blackout curtains or wearing an eye mask, can make a significant difference in sleep quality. Caffeine and alcohol are two of the most underestimated disruptors of sleep. Many people rely on coffee, tea, or energy drinks to maintain alertness throughout the day, often consuming caffeine late into the afternoon without realizing its lingering effects. Caffeine remains in the system for hours, blocking the receptors in the brain that trigger sleepiness. Even if a person manages to fall asleep with caffeine still in their system, the depth and quality of sleep are significantly reduced, leading to a less restorative night. Alcohol, often mistaken as a sleep aid, is equally problematic. While it may induce drowsiness, it fragments sleep, prevents the body from reaching the deepest and most restorative stages, and increases the likelihood of waking up throughout the night. Exercise is another powerful tool for improving sleep, but its timing matters. Physical activity increases heart rate, body temperature, and the release of stimulating hormones, which can make falling asleep difficult if done too close to bedtime. However, regular movement during the day helps regulate the body's internal clock, reduces stress, and promotes deeper sleep. Those who engage in consistent exercise often find that they fall asleep faster, wake up less frequently, and feel more refreshed in the morning. The key is to complete workouts several hours before bedtime to allow the body enough time to transition into a restful state. Stress and overactive thinking are among the biggest obstacles to quality sleep. The mind, designed for problem solving and survival, struggles to shut down when it is overwhelmed by worries, responsibilities, and unresolved emotions. Racing thoughts and heightened anxiety can keep a person tossing and turning, unable to transition into the calm state necessary for sleep. Practicing relaxation techniques, such as deep breathing, meditation, or reading a book before bed, helps quiet the mind and prepare the body for rest. The more predictable and calming the bedtime routine, the easier it becomes for the brain to associate those activities with sleep. The use of sleeping pills and supplements remains a topic of debate. While prescription sleep aids may offer short-term relief for severe insomnia, they do not provide natural sleep and can lead to dependency. The sedation induced by sleeping pills prevents the brain from entering the full cycle of deep and REM sleep, reducing the restorative benefits of rest. Natural alternatives, such as melatonin supplements, may offer mild benefits when used correctly, but they should not be relied upon as a long-term solution. The goal should always be to cultivate healthy sleep habits rather than depend on external substances to force sleep. Sleep is not something that should be squeezed into a schedule as an afterthought. It is a biological necessity that influences mood, cognitive function, immune health, and longevity. Those who prioritize rest do not just feel better. They live longer, perform better, and enjoy a greater sense of well-being. The science of sleep has made it clear that small changes can yield profound benefits. By committing to better sleep habits, people can reclaim their health, sharpen their minds, and unlock the full potential of their waking lives. Part 7. The future of sleep and why it matters. The way society views sleep is undergoing a transformation. For decades, rest was seen as an expendable part of life, something that could be sacrificed in pursuit of success, productivity, or entertainment. Science has dismantled that illusion, proving that sleep is not just essential, but foundational to every aspect of health and human performance. The modern world is finally waking up to the reality that sleep is not a passive luxury, but an active process that shapes memory, emotions, longevity, and even creativity. Understanding this shift is only the beginning. What truly matters is how this knowledge is applied on an individual and collective level. Prioritizing sleep means reshaping habits and attitudes, acknowledging that better sleep leads to a better life. The benefits are immediate. Energy levels stabilize, mood improves, and the mind becomes sharper. Small changes, like setting a consistent bedtime or creating a sleep-friendly environment, can lead to profound improvements. The brain and body are designed to thrive when given the chance to rest properly, but the decision to make sleep a priority requires commitment. For many, this means unlearning years of cultural conditioning that equated sleep with laziness or weakness. Society as a whole has a responsibility to integrate sleep into public health policies, workplace structures, and educational systems. Schools that shift to later start times see dramatic improvements in student performance and well-being. Companies that encourage healthy sleep among employees report higher levels of engagement and fewer health-related absences. Medical institutions that acknowledge the risks of sleep deprivation in healthcare workers are making efforts to restructure shifts and reduce the likelihood of fatal mistakes. These are not small changes. They represent a shift in the way society values health and human potential. The conversation about sleep is not just about avoiding disease or improving cognitive function. It is about quality of life. A well-rested person experiences the world differently, with greater patience, resilience, and presence. Relationships improve because emotional stability is enhanced. Work becomes more fulfilling because the mind is clear and adaptable. Creativity flourishes because the brain has the time it needs to make connections and generate new ideas. Sleep is the foundation upon which the best version of life is built. The future of sleep science is only beginning to unfold. Advances in neuroscience continue to reveal how sleep influences the brain at every level. Emerging research on sleep disorders, personalized sleep tracking, and interventions tailored to individual needs are changing the way people approach rest. As technology evolves, there will be more tools to help individuals optimize their sleep, but the fundamental truth remains unchanged. No device or supplement can replace the body's natural rhythms. The answer to better sleep lies not in shortcuts, but in a return to biological wisdom. The path forward is clear. Science has provided the knowledge. The choice now belongs to individuals and society as a whole. Prioritizing sleep is an investment in health, longevity, and human potential. The question is not whether sleep matters, but whether people are ready to take action. The decision to embrace rest is ultimately a decision to live better, to think more clearly, to feel more deeply, and to experience life with the full capacity of a well-rested mind.